What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mezco exclusive 1/12 collective, the Rumble Society's Baron Benz. And so here we have Baron Benz posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually take a look at what he comes with. Baron Benz does come with two different head sculpts. He does come with this elongated scuba style helmet, which does look good. And then we also do get a secondary helmet, which kind of does resemble Cthulhu a little bit, which I do like that. He also does come with 3 pairs of hands. He does come with a pair of fists. He gets a pair of grasping hands. And then he also does come with a pair of open hands. We also do get the Omni-Glaive, which does fit in either of his grasping hands. I do like that. We do get an anchor with a really nice gold chain. That's a really cool accessory. I love that. We do get 4 of the Aquaticons, which are these mechanical anglerfish, which do look really nice, and they do have articulated jaws. We also do get a little effect piece that you can rest the Aquaticons on. It's kind of cheap, but I'll get more on that in a little bit. We also do get some tubes, which do peg all around the figure, which are really hard to peg in, and they're a really big pain in the backside. And then we also do get a Baron Benz display stand, which is probably the best Mezco display stand of all time. And then of course we do get the flight arm. Other than that, Baron Benz doesn't come with anything else, so let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at Baron Benz, and I do have him with his elongated scuba style helmet. I don't know what it is about Baron Benz that really drew my attention to him. Maybe it's the fact that he looks like a villain of the week for Scooby-Doo. I know the diver wasn't to this color, but he does remind me of a Scooby-Doo villain, and that's probably why I like him. I do have the Popeye, which is from my childhood, which I do like that. But having a look at the helmet, you see all this really nice detail. It's a blue plastic with a lighter blue and a black wash all throughout it, so it just brings out all those details. It looks like it's worn. It looks like it's been through a lot. So I do like all that weathering on it. We also do get these yellow spots, which do look nice. A yellow visor, which I am surprised that it does flip open. And underneath it is this almost zombie-like person, if you even want to call him a person. He's an alien. He comes from a different void. But oh my goodness, that is just disturbing. I love that. There's really nothing I don't like about this figure. Although, that's not true, though. I hate the little tubes that he comes with, but that's neither here nor there. Everybody hates those tubes. Having a look at his gear, of course he is wearing a dive suit. An old-style dive suit where it was baggy. It had to fill with air so that it didn't crush your body. I really do like the way it looks here. We also do get a working zipper right here. I'm not going to take that zipper off. I never take the clothes off my Mezco figure, so not going to start now, don't plan to in the future. But having a look at his armor, you can see it does have some tubes going through the back. Over here we have like this little canister. I don't know what that would be, honestly, but I'm pretty sure that's a peg point for a tube. So just really do like how his armor, I guess you can call it armor, his dive plating looks good here. You can see it's blue plastic with some really nice black wash and some lighter blue highlights, just bringing out all that really lovely detail. And I don't think they're symmetrical. I think they're different. No, his shoulder armor is symmetrical, but when you get onto his gauntlets right here, his gauntlets are completely different from one another, which I do like that. They're not symmetrical, so really do like that. You can see he has some little, I don't know what those are, honestly, but they look cool. Then going down to his gloves, you can see he does have armor plating on the back of his hand. And then these really thick scuba gloves. Having a look at his belt, you can see more of that really nice dark wash with the lighter highlighting. We have another really nice yellow point on the belt there. We do have a couple of canisters right here on the side, and as symmetrical as the torso, the belt piece does look in the front, you take a look at the back and it's not symmetrical at all, and that's really surprising. We have more spots to put in those hoses, which they're a pain in the backside to put in, so I don't I'm not going to even try because they're really, really, really hard to do. Again, really do like the baggy oversuit or undersuit that he has on. Going on to his Greaves, which again have a lot of cool detail throughout them. Loving this, the amount of detail in Baron Ben's. I don't know what it was about this figure that made me say, I need him. Maybe it's because he's part of the Rumble Society and I love the pink skulls. But here, I think Baron Ben's is a really, really cool figure to have. So, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Baron Ben's posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Baron Ben's posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Baron Ben's posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally, here we have Baron Ben's posed next to the Rumble Society, Pink Skull Chaos Club, and Agent Gomez. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to his articulation. We actually do have plenty of articulation here on Baron Ben, so let's get right on to it. His head is on a double ball joint, so I really do like that. That does provide a lot of movement. You can see he can turn it, look up. He can look down really well. Really good head pivot. It turns left and right, no problem. And then his neck is also on a ball joint, so we get much better range going back and forward. And then, of course, you can shift that depending on how you want him. We do have a butterfly joint right here in his shoulder, so it does move back and forth. Does it go... Actually, it might not be a butterfly joint. It might actually be a ball socket going into the torso because it does pivot upwards. No, you know what? No, it's just me moving the armor around. So we do have a butterfly joint right there, so I do appreciate that. He does have a bicep swivel hidden underneath his suit, so that does work. We actually do have a double bend in the elbow, but he's kind of bulky, so we don't get a full past 90 degrees, but 90 degrees is good enough. We, of course, do have our standard ball hinge swivel right here in the wrist, so he can move in and out. We can rotate that to have up and down movement, so that's really good. And then we have swivel right here. He does have a ball joint in the torso, which does let him crunch back and forward a little bit. Really nice, decent crunch. It's not the best. We do have swivel at the waist. You do have to be careful because you will be tugging a lot on his suit, and a lot of his appliances are kind of tight, so you might want to move those around before moving the body. His legs do kick forward to about there. They would go higher, but his pants are restricting it. They go back to about that far. They go out. They go out quite a bit, but again, the fabric is going to keep the joints in. We do have swivel at the thigh. Double bend in the knee. Works no problem. Do we have a boot swivel? Feels like we might. Yes, we do have a boot swivel. It's just stuck on mine right here. But we do have a boot swivel right here on Baron Ben's. And then just a ball joint here in the ankle. Not the best we've ever seen, but he gets a pretty decent pivot. So overall, really do like that. He has a lot of articulation, and I do really appreciate the design of this character. He looks a lot like a Jack Kirby inspired character, doesn't he? But anyway, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him posed for my final thoughts. And so here we have Baron Ben's posed for my final thoughts, and overall a welcomed addition to my Rumble Society collection. Even though I only have Gomez, the Pink Skulls, and Baron Ben's, and that's pretty much all the entire cast of the Rumble Society for now, I think he's a really nice addition. He really doesn't strike me as a good guy or an incompetent trio. He seems more like he's a down-to-earth, serious business kind of guy, which I really do like that. He also does remind me of a Scooby-Doo villain, and that's pretty good in my book. Now, I do have a few complaints about Baron Ben's here. Those tubes that he comes with, they're trash. They're utter trash. Just throw them out. They're not even worth fiddling with it. They're really hard to peg in, and they don't really stay in, so it's up to you if you want to display your Baron Ben's with those tubes. Me, personally, they're never coming out of the bag that they came in, just because I don't think they add anything to the character. But if you want to use them, he does have plenty of peg ports in which you can insert them into. Just about every opening that you see is a peg port, so do be aware of that. Another criticism I have is that water effect that he has standing right behind him. It's a really nice looking water effect, however, it actually feels like a plastic water bottle. Mezco actually cheaped out on an accessory, and no joke, it feels like a water bottle. I feel like I could crush it in my hand, no effort. That's how flimsy it is. I really wish Mezco had done a more sturdy, solid plastic, because the price point on this guy was a little bit high. If you did purchase Baron Bens from the Mezco website, you did pay $120, and that's with shipping, and that's a huge pill to swallow. And I get he's a Mezco figure that is exclusive to Mezco, but at the same time, I kind of feel like they should put a little more effort into these accessories just because you're paying so much. The t-shirt is really nice, and he does come with a lot of cool swag, but a little more care into the accessories would be welcomed in my book. Other than that, I still think Baron Bens here is a really good figure. If you are looking for a Baron Bens, I want to say there's a wait list for him. I don't know 100% if he's sold out or if it's just a wait list. If he's still available on Mezco's website, it is a wait list, and I do know that they are shipping some pink skulls, which I think are sold out now. If you want Baron Bens, just get on the wait list and hope for the best, because that's pretty much the only way you're going to get them at this point. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Mezco videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.